Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to fix EasyAntiCheat error or application error or security violation error. So if you're receiving these error message with Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon game on your Windows computer, then please follow the steps shown in this video. The first step is to restart Steam. Do not ignore this step. Restart Steam, exit and then restart Steam. If there is any kind of update, let the update complete. If there is any kind of update on the game, let the update complete and then launch the game. Still you're facing the problem, then restart your computer. Do not ignore this step. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So simply restart your computer once, and after the system restart, launch the game. Now the next step is to run EasyAntiCheat in Windows 8 compatibility mode. Now this has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on browse local files. It will straight away take you to the game installation folder. Now open the game folder. Now over here you can see start protected game. Make a right click and then select properties and then go to compatibility tab and then put a check on the box which says run this program in compatibility mode for select Windows 8 from the list and then click on apply, click on OK. Make a double click on this, make a double click and then launch the game. Now still you are facing the problem, then you can go to properties once again, go to compatibility and then this time select Windows 7 and you can also try to run this as an administrator. So put a check over here and then click on apply, click on OK and then make a double click and launch the game. Still you are facing the problem, then in that case open this, select this exe file and then select properties and then go to compatibility and then put a check on run this program as an administrator. Then put a check on the box which says run this program in compatibility mode for select Windows 8 and then click on apply, click on OK and then make a double click and try launching the game. Still you are facing the problem, then this time select Windows 7 from the list and then click on apply, click on OK and then make a double click and launch the game and then check if it now try launching the game from the game installation folder. Now still you are facing the problem, in that case still the game is not launching or if the issue is not resolved, then in that case uncheck everything. So when you check still you are facing the problem, then you can uncheck these two boxes and do the same thing with this exe file, properties and then uncheck both the boxes, click on apply, click on OK and then follow the next step. Now the next step is to disable hyperthreading for Intel users and SMT for AMD in system BIOS. Now this has fixed the stuttering and FPS issue for many players, so it might work for you. But when you do so, once you're done playing the game, make sure that you remember to turn on the hyperthreading or SMT back. So later you can turn it on, but disabling hyperthreading for Intel and SMT for AMD has worked. So go to system BIOS and find for Intel you can find hyperthreading technology, you can disable it. AMD users can find SMT and you can disable it. Save the settings, restart your computer and then launch the game. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Next step is to, if you are able to launch the game. Now if you are not able to launch the game, then you can skip this step, but if you are able to launch the game, then switch to window mode or borderless mode. Set the launch settings to offline and lower down graphics settings. So if you are able to launch the game first. Now go to system and then go to graphics. Now over here you can select borderless or you can even go for window mode. Now lower down resolution. Now if this is set to 4K, you can try 1920 into 1080p. You can even lower down more. Now you can set the frame rate at 60, turn off VSync, turn off HDR. Now quality settings, you can set it to high, medium or you can even go for low. Now click on quality settings detail and then lower down graphics settings over here. So here you can see I've selected everything low. You can select high or you can select medium over here and then I have turned off these options and then everything is low. Ray tracing, turn off the ray tracing and then apply the settings and go back. Now go to network settings over here, and under launch option over here, launch settings, you can see online. So you can set offline and then check. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Later on, if you want to set it to online, you can always set it to online. For now, you can set it to offline and then check. Now the next step is to allow the game.exe file to your antivirus program. Now if you have any third-party antivirus, like if you have Norton, Avast, McAfee, Bitdefender, Trend Micro, so if you have any kind of antivirus program, make sure that you allow the game.exe file to your antivirus program. Now if you are using Windows security, then open Windows settings and then go to update and security if you have Windows 10. In Windows 10, click on update and security. In Windows 11, click on privacy and security. In Windows 11, on the left hand side, you will find over here, somewhere over here on the left hand side, you will find privacy and security. Click on privacy and security. Windows 10 users, click on update and security. Now click on Windows security. Now click on virus and threat protection. Now scroll down. At the bottom, you will see manage ransomware protection. Click on it. Then click on allow an app through control folder access. Click on yes to allow. And then click on add an allowed app. Now click on browse all apps. Now go to the game installation folder. If the game is installed in C drive, open C drive, program files x86. Now open the Steam folder. Now open the Steam apps folder, open the common folder, and then over here you will find the game folder. In my case, it's in D drive. So open Steam folder, Steam apps, common, and then open the game folder, and open the game folder once again. Select this exe file and then click on open. Again click on add an allowed app. Now click on browse all apps, and this time select this exe file and then click on open. Now type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on control panel. Now go to system and security. Now click on Windows Defender Firewall. Now click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Now click on change settings in the top and then click on allow another app and then click on browse and then go to the game installation folder once again and then open the game folder and then select the game.exe file and then click on open and then click on add. Again click on allow another app, browse, and then select this exe file and then click on open, then click on add. In my case, this is already added. Once you have both the files added over here, now click on OK on the bottom and then launch the game. Also, many Trend micro users are facing issues, so make sure that you allow the game.exe file to your antivirus program. Now the next step is, now disabling GSync has worked for many players, so it might work for you. So you can go to NVIDIA setting and then uncheck the box which says enable GSync. Uncheck this box. So disable GSync and then launch the game and then check. Also you can turn Windows SDR on or off. You can try this. So when you press Windows plus Alt plus B key, it will turn off the HDR on here. If the SDR is on, it will turn it off, but if the SDR is already off, you can press Windows Alt B and it will turn on the Windows HDR. So you can, first of all, you can try to turn it off and then launch the game and then check, and then you can press this button again to turn it off and then check. Now the next step is to turn off efficient core in system BIOS. Go to your system manufacturer system BIOS. Similarly, this has to be done in system BIOS as well, like disabling the hyperthreading and SMT. You have to do it in system BIOS. Similarly, go to system BIOS once again, and then if you have this option efficient core or e-cores in system BIOS, you can turn it off and then launch the game. Save the settings in the system BIOS, launch the game. Now still you are facing the problem, you can turn on and then check. So check both the option and check in which case the game is working fine. Now the next step is to verify the game file. This is very important. So go to game, make a right click on the game, select properties, go to the install files and then click on verify integrity of game files. After the verification, launch the game. Now the next step is to disconnect additional joystick or controller connected to the computer. Also unplug these devices, so disconnect all the external devices which you are not using. So if you have these devices connected, disconnect it. Also close all the overclocking applications. So if you have MSI Afterburner running or EvaTuner running, so close all kinds of overclocking application and then check. Also disable Steam overlay. For this, make a right click on the game, select properties, and then turn off this option which is enable the Steam overlay while in game. And turn it off and then launch the game and then check. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Also close all the overlay applications. So if you have Discord and the overlay is on, you can turn off the overlay in Discord, turn off the overlay in GeForce Experience and then launch the game. Or you can close all the overlay application and then launch the game. Try launching the game on single monitor and then check. Also turn off, if you have this software or services running, close these. So make sure if the game is running from Steam, make sure only the Steam and the game is running. The rest, close everything, including all your browsers. Also, if you have underbooted your computer, remove the underboot and then launch the game. Also perform clean boot. For this, type in system configuration in Windows search box and then click on system configuration. Now go to the services tab and then put a check on the box which says hide all Microsoft services. Make sure that you put a check over here first and then click on disable all. In my case, this option is grayed out. I already did it. In your case, this would be highlighted. So make sure that you put a check on hide all Microsoft services, then click on disable all, then click on apply, then click on OK, and you will see a restart option, restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to do a clean installation of a graphics driver. Now this has worked for many players, so do not ignore this. Do a clean installation of your graphics driver. So if you have NVIDIA card, go to NVIDIA website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I am showing for NVIDIA. So go to NVIDIA website and then select your graphic card from the list. Make sure that you select your graphic card over here. This is just an example. You have to select your graphic card and then select your product over here. Select the right graphic card and select the right operating system. So if you have Windows 11, select Windows 11. If you have Windows 10, select Windows 10 and then click on start search and then scroll down. Here you can see the latest GeForce Game Ready driver right now is 537.13. This is the latest one right now. So click on get download. Whichever is the latest, you click on get download and then click on download now. Now once the download is complete, you have to run this exe file. Run this exe file. Now once you run this exe file, you will see this screen. Click on agree and continue and then put a check on select custom over here and then click on next and then put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Now this is important. Make sure that you put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation and then click on next and let the installation complete. First of all, it will uninstall the previous version and then it will install the latest version and it will be a clean installation and then restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is now this is for laptop users with dual graphic card. Make sure that you run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now for this, type in graphic settings in Windows search box and then click on graphic settings. Now click on browse and then go to the game installation folder and then open the game folder. And then select the game exe file. Now click on add. Once this is added, click on options, select high performance, now click on save. Again click on browse and this time select this exe file, now click on add and then click on options, select high performance and then click on save and then launch the game. Next step is to try DX11 or DX12 in launch option. For this, make a right click on the game, select properties. In the launch option, type in -DX11 and then now close this and then launch the game and then check. Still you are facing the problem, then you can try, this time you can try -DX12 and then try to launch the game. Now still you are facing the problem. In that case, remove everything from here, do not put anything in launch option and then follow the next step. Now the next step is to delete the save game files. Now before you delete the save game files, let me inform you that you will lose all the game progress. You have to start everything from scratch. So if you agree, you can delete the save game file. Now for this, open File Explorer, go to this PC and then open C drive, open users folder and then open your username folder. Now open app data folder. Now if you don't see app data over here, on the top click on view and then put a check on the box which says hidden items. Put a check over here. Once you put a check, you should be able to see app data. Still, if you don't see app data, in Windows 11, somewhere over here you will find the view option. Click on view, then select show, and then put a check on hidden items. You should be able to see app data. Open app data folder. Now open the roaming folder. Now over here you can see the game folder. Make a right click and then click on delete. Once this is deleted, now launch the game. Now the next step is to increase the virtual memory. For this, type in view advanced system settings in Windows search box and then click on view advanced system settings. Now click on the first settings and then go to the advanced tab and then click on change. By default, automatically manage paging file would be selected over here. Uncheck this box and then select the drive where the game is installed and then put a check on custom size, and then for me this is working. Initial size is 1.5 into total RAM. Now check the total RAM in your computer. So you can open Windows settings, go to system and then go to about, and then over here you can see the total RAM. In my case it's 8 gigabytes. So it might be 16 in your case. So in my case it's 8 gigabyte. Now you have to convert 8 gigabyte into megabyte. For this, you open calculator on your computer, and in my case total RAM is 8 gigabyte. We have to convert this to megabyte into 1024, that is 8192 megabyte. So total RAM as per 8 gigabyte in megabyte is 8192 for me. So initial size is 1.5 into total RAM, that is this is the total RAM into 1.5, that is 12288, and maximum size for me it's 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM is 8192 in megabyte into 3, so for me it's 24576. Enter the numbers over here, then click on set, click on OK, click on OK, and then click on apply, OK, OK. Now the next step is to update your Windows 10 or Windows 11. So if you have Windows 10, you can go to Windows settings, then click on update and security. If you have Windows 11, click on Windows update and then click on check for update. Now this is very important for many users. After updating Windows, they were able to launch the game. So once you click on check for update, install all the updates. If you see the updates, install all the updates. In my case it's already up to date. So if you see the updates, install all the updates, and after the installation, restart your computer, and after the system restart, launch the game. Next step is to install Visual C++ file. For this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Over here you can see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19 and 22. Download x86 and then download x64. And then run both the exe file. Click on it. And then if you see the repair option, click on repair. You might see the install option. So if you see install, click on install. If you see repair, click on repair. Click on yes to allow. Run the second file as well. Again, if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install, and then let the installation complete. Now once both the installation are complete, you will see a restart option. Restart. Make sure that you restart your computer. Click on restart, and after the system restart, launch the game. Now the next step is to install media feature pack for this, and this is for N edition of Windows. So if you are using N version of Windows, then you can go to this link, open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Over here you can see for Windows 10 N edition user, open settings and then go to apps and then apps and features and then optional features, and then click on add a feature. Over here type in media feature pack. In my case, I have Windows 10 Home Edition. I don't have N version of Windows. So if you have N version of Windows, type in media feature pack over here. You will see media feature pack over here. Put a check on the box and then click on install. and then after the installation restart your computer and then launch the game. Now for Windows 11 users, Windows 11 N edition user, go to settings and then go to apps and then click on optional features and then click on view features and then click on add a feature, and you can type in media feature pack, install it, restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to uninstall, and this is the last step. If nothing is working, you can uninstall the game, delete the game folder, reinstall the game to different drive. So make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on uninstall. Now after the uninstall, go to the game installation folder, delete the game folder, then restart your computer, and after the system restart, reinstall the game to different drive. So if you have another SSD or HDD, try installing the game to different drive and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.